Alright, hi everyone. This is my first video vlog for my Iowa bucket list adventures vlog, if you will. And today I'm going to talk to you about my experience at the Better Homes and Gardens test garden facility I went to last Friday. It was absolutely gorgeous. So it was a beautiful day outside, so I decided to rollerblade. And for those of you that aren't really familiar with the Des Moines area and the landscape, going from the Drake area to like downtown, going like southeast, I guess, it's like a downhill slope. And so I was trying to figure out the least downward sloping path I could take with my rollerblades, because it had been like 2 years since I rollerbladed. And somehow, with my amazing sense of direction, I ended up taking the absolute most steepest path I could find. And so I started a standstill up at the top of this hill, and I'm like, okay, this will be okay, I can do this. And of course I'm on the road rather than the sidewalk because the road was smoother. And I start down, and I'm like, I cannot stop. I cannot stop. I'm trying to use my little tiny rubber brake from my rollerblades, and it just was not working. And I blow through 2 4-way stops, and I'm like, thank God these are 4-way stops, otherwise I would be dead. I'd be hit by a car. And then I'm approaching a 2-way stop that's got traffic going, and I'm just thinking, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be hit by a car, and I'm gonna be dead, and I can't work tonight. And I am thinking, am I gonna have to throw myself onto the road? Am I gonna have to throw myself onto, the little side patches of grass, which I would probably still hit the curb? And I mean, of course I would avoid dying, but I'd still probably sustain pretty major injuries. And so last minute I realized there were no cars behind me, and so I turned around, and going back up the hill, lost all my momentum and was able to stop and not be hit by a car. And then I was like, forget this. I took off the rollerblades and I walked the rest of the way, which was nice because, again, it was a beautiful day outside and I could reflect upon my near-death experience. And so then when I finally got to the gardens, they're located right next to the Meredith headquarters, and they're about, I believe it said, a half acre, and they have crammed in what they consider to be 30 landscapes, 30 different landscapes within this half acre. And it's just tons of different flowers and greenery, and they have kind of pine trees and a lot of different patio setups, and so it's just gorgeous. And I found a nice little shady spot by a bench so I could read Bridges of Madison County. And I would definitely recommend bringing sunscreen because I got a little burnt even though I was in a shady spot. And it was just nice. It was one of the first days they were open to the public. They're open Fridays from 12 to 2, May through October. And so there were just a ton of people there, just so excited to be out and seeing the flowers. And while I was sitting reading, a couple came up to me, and the husband was like, oh, what are you reading? And I said, Bridges of Madison County. And both of them were just like, oh, we read that book, and we went to go see the bridges, and have you seen them? And it was just fun talking about I told them about my vlog and how I was waiting to read the book to see the bridges, which hopefully, now that I'm done with the book, I can get to the bridges soon. But, yeah, and so I finished the book there, and then I just went on a walk about the gardens and took pictures, and those are the pictures we're seeing now. And it was just, so many colors, and even they have a lot of green plants, but there's so many different shades of green, and there are these hills that are kind of exposed to the sunlight with all the flowers around them, and all the patio setups are really pretty too, and gives you nice spots, you can go sit and have lunch, and it was just gorgeous. And then so after I'd been there a few hours, I decided to head back. Oh, I will tell you, I did read that they change the plants every year. They change the design, they replant new things, so it's always changing. So if you went last year, you should go again this year because it's definitely going to be something different. So anyway, I decided to leave, and I'm like, I'll rollerblade back. That'll be a great workout, rollerblading up that hill. And I made it about halfway up, and I was like, oh, this is not going to happen. And there was this scraggly guy on his bike, like at the halfway point of the hill, like cheering me on, like, come on, you can do it. And I'm like, oh my god, leave me alone. And I stop, and he's like, do you want me to pull you the rest of the way? I'm like, no, thank you. Like, first of all, logistically, how would that work? Like, am I gonna hold your waist while you bike up the hill? And physically, I really doubt that that's gonna happen. Like, let's just be honest. And I'm like, no, thank you. And he's like, are you sure? Like, I'll just pull you up. I was like, I'm gonna walk, thank you. But I guess, you know, there's that. Anyway, so like I said, the test gardens are open 12 to 2, Fridays, open to the public, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I would get out there if you're working downtown, have a lunch break, or maybe have a Friday afternoon free. Head down there, check it out. Maybe bring a book, some sunscreen, no rollerblades. And I'll keep you guys posted on what I plan on doing next. Courtney and I are going to Django today for lunch. So hopefully I'll get to tell you all about that. I'm really excited to eat some good food. So until next time.